Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Well guys, as you know, we are a big proponent of budget price gear in this channel. Not necessarily cheap gear, but budget price gear that'll get you by or performs just as well as higher price gear. And recently I was contacted by a representative from Banyan Imports, and they wanted to know if I wanted to do a range test on their Pinty HK 3 to 9 by 40 millimeter reticle scope. And I said, sure, I'll check it out. They checked out the Sonic King video that we did recently, and we were able to see how well that scope performed. And I'll be switching out between that scope and this new scope that we have right here every time I go to the range. So I'm excited to take the Ruger American Ranch back out. So what we'll do is do a little unboxing, general overview, specifications, talk about the scope a little bit, and then finally just see if it mounts to the Ruger American Ranch. We'll see how well the rings look, if it looks like it's something we can take out, and then hopefully within a couple days I'll be able to run out to the range and just do a little 100-yard range test. So let's go and get started with the unboxing. Now what's cool about this scope, it is $39.99 on Amazon as we speak, but there is a 10% coupon that they're running right now. You don't have to have any kind of an affiliate code or discount or anything along those lines, which is really cool. I'm going to contact Banyan and ask them if they can get us some sort of an affiliate discount, kind of like what Sonic King did. Sonic King was knocking off, I think almost, what, 25% off the price if I'm not mistaken, taking that scope down to 30 bucks. And it's just amazing what you are able to pick up these days for less than $40 in terms of optics. Now again, as I mentioned before, once you get into the $15 to $50 range when it comes to optics, you got a lot of options. There's a Bushnell, you got Tasco. You couldn't necessarily get into, say, a Vortex or a Leupold for that price, Leopold. But if you look around, you can definitely catch some really good deals. I'm a big fan of those brands too. Those are brands I grew up with. Never had any problems with them. Okay, so this definitely comes sealed nicely. All right, let's go get this out of the box. Love doing unboxings because you never know what's going to happen. Big box. All right, cool. And I will read the instructions. One thing that is primarily different about this scope from the Sonic King scope is this one does have the mil dot markings on it, which should help me once I get past 100 yards. I might take it out to say 200. 300 was really pushing what I can comfortably shoot with the Ruger American Ranch. And so I think we'll probably just stick with 100 and 200 yards. 300 you're looking at like a 27-inch drop, which really made it hard for me to connect on paper on anything more than, say, a human silhouette. So it does come packaged nicely in foam. It's going to be protected when it gets to you. It's a little bit of what I call a black hole award, where they use a huge box for such a tiny package, but that's okay. Rather have it get to me safely, I can always recycle the cardboard. Okay, we've definitely got your instruction manual going on here, so we're good there. I'm going to read through it and see what they have to say. Also, you don't have the yardage adjustments on the front like you had on the Sonic King scope. I don't know if it's really going to affect things very much. We will take this outside, by the way, and we will just see what the reticle looks like and see how clear the glass is and light transmission and all that fun stuff too. Okay, got some good foam packing. Oh, looks like we do have the quick pop-up lens covers, which I absolutely love, and they're see-through, which is another bonus. All right. Okay, so rings are going to be in the box. They're not already mounted like they were in the Sonic King, and that's perfectly fine. Overall, fit and finish looks really good. The paint, nice and smooth. I don't see any rough marks on it. Nitrogen gas port. Yeah, we'll talk about all the features here in a second once we get it on the Ruger Ranch rifle. Does not feel very heavy. Feels a little bit lighter than the Sonic King scope, which is not a bad thing. Should mount up just fine. And we do have the see-through. Is that amber? Nope, they're just clear. So you got your little quick pop-up lens covers going on here. And they do stay on nice, and you can pop them down if you just want to look right through and not have to use the glass. Say you're just doing some general spotting and so on. Take off the caps here. Now it is supposed to be waterproof and nitrogen purged. We don't have O-rings. I don't know if it's necessarily a big deal, but if you totally submerge this, I would think with these fine threads and a nice tight cap, it should stay waterproof on it. 1/4 MOA for one click, so you're going to get yourself a 1/4 inch of adjustment up, and then obviously left and right or down depending on how you want to do your windage and elevation. 1/4 inch at 100 yards, I'm assuming. Yep, okay, should be set. So one click is 1/4 inch of movement. Just double checking it. Nice, okay, let's check out your power adjustment dial here. Okay, it's got a nice knurling on it, makes it easy to make your adjustments. Oh, that's definitely tight. Cool, take it down from 3 power to 9 power. We'll put this out on out back and test it like we did before we'll just find something to focus on, and I'll just give you a general view through it so you can see what that reticle looks like compared to the Sonic King. So there we go. Let's go ahead and just do a little general rundown of the features on this, and then we will take it outside and then mount it on the gun and then finish up with this unboxing. Just a quick little detail here, checking out the rings. You've got your two bolts on the top, and you've got your, I'm assuming this will work with both Picatinny and Weaver mounts. Okay, I need to loosen this a little bit to straighten it out, but very sturdy, nicely finished rings. They do have kind of a peephole through them on both the front and the back. That might help you if you've got your iron sights that you're running on your rifle. I don't on the Ruger Ranch. Another thing I do like is this padding. They put a little bit of rubber cushioning in there to protect the tube, which is pretty cool. And you can see the overall fit and finish on that. Very nicely done. And again, these are included for free. Always a nice bonus when you can get that. And as always, I like it when you get the included Allen wrench. It just saves you a couple minutes to search around and find another one. But not bad. All right, so let's go ahead and get these mounted real quick. All right, general specifications. First things first, instruction manual is great. It does explain how the bullet drop and the mill dots work, which we'll get that figured out once we get to the range. You do get a cleaning cloth, which is cool. Again, included little Allen wrench that you need, or hex wrench, to make your adjustments. And just general specifications. Before I forget, it does have a lifetime warranty that comes with it. And it just says that it is covered for life. You contact the company, and I don't know if they send you a new one or you send it back in, but either way you're covered, which is good, which is amazing on a $40 scope. Magnification is 3 to 9 power. Objective lens diameter is 40 millimeters. Your field of view at 100 yards is 39 feet to 13 feet is what it says, depending on your magnification level. Eye relief is 3.25 inches, which is just a little bit less than what we got on the Sonic King scope. And your total length is 12.6 inches, tube diameter is 25.4 millimeters, which is made out of nitrogen purged aircraft grade aluminum, which is definitely a bonus. Weight 17.6 ounces, click value MOA, 1 click equals 1/4 inch at 100 yards. And your reticle is mil dot. So there you go. Those are just the basics on the specifications for the scope. All right, let's take it outside and test it. All right, so just a couple things real quick. The scope is just sitting here on the steps. The scope is not attached to a firearm. I had a few people freak out in the last video that thought that I was pointing my rifle into people's back windows, and it was not. The scope was just sitting there on a box. This is 3 power, and there's a red and white house that's going to be between the greenhouse that you see off to the left and the brick wall that you see off to the right. And that house is approximately 150 yards away, so this is 3 power magnification. And let's go ahead and take it into max and see what happens. The light clarity is very good on the scope. Lens clarity is very good. It's a very bright lens. I like that. Just a little tiny bit of distortion, but not much. Okay, so maximum magnification, you can see more details on the house, and there's somebody out there working in their garden. I do have a little bit of glare coming because the sun's right in front of us, but again, it is still nice and sharp when you just look through it. So magnification is pretty good. Like I said, I think the max I'm going to take this out to for the range test is going to be 200 yards. That's pretty much what I'm comfortably shooting with the Ruger Ranch chambered in 7.62 by 39. Let's go ahead and mount it on the rifle and see how it looks and have a few closing words. Alright guys, so here it is. We've got it mounted, had no trouble at all. The rings do have a little bit of a gap between them, but they are nice and snug, so I'm not expecting any problems at all. As for bolt clearance, no problems at all. Doesn't tag the quick flip up covers either, so you're good there. You can leave them on or push them down. By the way, this rifle is unloaded, just so you know. I think it's going to work out well. I did pull the scope back a little bit from where I had the Sonic King. I had the Sonic King up about a ½ inch further, mainly because on here I've got 3/4 of an inch less of eye relief, which is not an issue. Actually, when I shoulder it, it just naturally goes right to the point that it needs to be, and I think that's probably the most important thing. Now, the biggest question that a lot of guys had about the Sonic King scope is, is it going to hold up? Can it handle, repeated shots of a high power caliber through it? And, I did 100 rounds with it. I had 0 problems at all. Stayed 0 the whole time. We took it out to 200 yards. I had about an 1.5 inch group, I suppose. Nothing really to write home about, but the scope functioned as it needed to. Would be more than adequate for deer hunting. We'll see how this one runs. I'm gonna put some rounds through it to get it warmed up. We'll do just Tula. We're just gonna run it with Tula and see what kind of minimum amount of accuracy you can get out of it. And I might have some hunting grade Winchester we can run through it, some soft point, but as you know, as we saw from the first video, when I run it, all it does is tighten up the group a little bit. Didn't get any kind of 1-inch MOA accuracy, but it was still adequate for what we needed. So we'll definitely run some Tula through it, 100 yards, 200 rounds. Obviously, that's not going to be your hunting ammo, but just for fun target practice, you can sit all day at the range with this rifle. It'll work out good. So range tests will come in a couple days, and we'll test this out and see how it runs. But from what I see, it looks pretty promising. So Banyan Imports, thank you for sending me this Pinty HK 3-9 power by 40 millimeter objective lens scope. We will definitely get it out there and kind of run it through the ringer and see how it handles and see how well the mounting hardware holds up. It looks like it's going to be fine. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching today. Hey, if you like what you saw, please like or subscribe. And you can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, gunchannels.com, guntube.org, Gunstreamer, and YouTube. We're all over the place. Channel name on all those stations is just Travis P11. We've also got Caliber Corner, which is a Saturday morning podcast that we do. And we do that at 8 a.m. Central Time. We have a variety of topics that we talk about. Guys, we have a lot more range tests lined up for you this summer, a lot of tabletop reviews and just some basic overviews. And again, this equipment I'm showing you, this is not the most expensive gear that's out there. I'm just trying to find you some good deals, try to find you some good equipment that's going to get the job done. Definitely, you know, if you just want a simple optic for a deer hunt, or just to kind of plink around a little bit or play around with your rifle, you got a lot of options out there. So currently, like I said, this is $39.99 on Amazon. There is a discount code that's 10% off that you can enter, and I will talk to Banyan Imports and see if there's any kind of affiliate discount we can get, and we'll go from there. So guys, that's it. I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, guys, see you from the range. Bye-bye.